Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Phil's Corner for another episode of Daily Recap and Look Ahead at the 26th FIFA World Cup. I am Phil, your host for today. Your host, as always. I laugh because I've been recording for the past 5 minutes, but I forgot to press the record button, so isn't that great? I was just talking to myself. But I mostly am these days, but that's fine. We're gonna talk about yesterday's action. A great day of football. Norway versus Brazil, England versus Mexico. That what can I say that I haven't really said before, but this time you can hear me say it, and all I'll say is this: Norway, Brazil. Brazil have been pants for the whole competition. I said it in my prediction video. I said they were going to be garbage. I know they don't believe in them. Um, I they've been bad since 2014, really. For almost 2 decades. Since the 2006 World Cup is as far back I want to go as they've been poor. But definitely since the 7-1 is, I think, just went all downhill. I don't know what's going on with Brazil. Really. It's like we've gone away from our roots, Brazil. The Samba flair is gone. It's like too many of these players, they grow up in stable two-family households with good incomes. They don't have to walk 10 miles to school in barefoot no more. For legal reasons, that was a joke. I'm playing. They're trying to be more European in their structure. They're trying to be more like the Germanys and the Frances, the Englands, like that whole, like you saw with England, that smash and grab, play back, grit and defend style, but that doesn't work for you if you don't score the goal in the first place. And Brazil, they missed a penalty. It wasn't a great penalty. I'm not even sure it was a penalty from the angle I saw, probably, but people were disputing. Bruno Guimaraes, poor penalty in the end. Ed, Endrick coming on. If Cunha was on the field for that chance, Endrick had that 1-on-1. Cunha scores because Endrick was too reliant on his left foot, and that was to the end of him in that sequence. Cunha with his right foot will probably put that one away. He has 3 goals in competition after all. It was very poor all around from the Brazilians. It looked like it for a time they were gonna score, but no, it's this whole structured approach. It's like those, you remember those old Jogo Bonito ads which were done by Eric Cantona trying to get us away from that structure in the first place, and they just weren't able to do it. They just weren't able to go out of there in this structured defensive line manner, because when it came down to crunch time, 1-on-1, Gabriel, one of the best defenders, center backs in the world, without his Arsenal system and all these players surrounding him and pushing off players and refs not blowing for penalties, without all that, what happened when he faced Erling Haaland, the best striker in the world? He got absolutely dunked on. He was that Venom and Spider-Man meme. Like, that was everything that was wrong with that team in a nutshell. Everything that was wrong with Brazil in a nutshell. So yeah, in a nutshell there, and everything that's right with Norway. Because I was Holland like 10, 15, whatever touch. He had 26 touches, I think, all day yesterday and scored 2 goals. The second goal, guys, close him down. It's not rocket science. When the best player in the world has the ball in shooting range, you close him down. Allison stood no chance for either of the goals, really. And then they just gave them a penalty at the end. I'm not too sure what the ref saw for that to be a penalty, honestly, but whatever. I guess it was pointed to the spot. Neymar put it away inside, bantering the keeper. The 2-1 down with on 90 plus 10 on the clock. That game was over as it was, and the ref added minutes from I don't know where. At the end of the day, it was just so we need an upheaval in Brazilian football. We The world needs Brazil to be good at football. It's the most enjoyable when they are. when they have that flair, that jogger bonito, that beautiful passing movement, and all that. Like even if you don't win the World Cup, you expect them to go deep and you expect them to play well. But no, it was poor, but it is what it is. A quick note though on Neymar. This was his last international game for Brazil. He's retired. Say what you want about his charity call up for this tournament. He has been a magnificent servant to Brazil, top goal scorer of all time for the nation. A wonderful, wonderful player in his prime. Father Time catches up to all of us, but you will be missed, Neymar. You will not be forgotten. Thank you for all that you have done. It's sad that it went out that way, but it is Norway's time now. Even though they spent like take 50 touches on the ball. That's a quick note on Norway. They Odegaard too many touches on the ball. Holland too little touches on the ball, but it works out for them in the end. Schlotterop, great cross for the second goal. Their wingers are pretty good. Off the bench, you have Oscar Bob coming on. You have Nusa in the first half, and Schlotterop will come on from he plays for Benfica. Norway, they could cause a lot of trouble to the team that won between England and Mexico. It was, of course, the English. This game had it. Oh, when I say had, I'm like, you're talking about drama, suspense. England, first half, cruise 2-0 lead. It's looking good. Jude Bellingham, that's Mexico had no answer for Bellingham's late runs into the box. This was what made Bellingham so good in his debut season for Real Madrid. Those late runs, Vinny Vinny and the other Brazilian. I can't. His name is just not clicking for me right now. But yeah, Vinny and that other guy would make the runs for Real Madrid in behind, and then Bellingham would then come through from the back of them and would go into the box after those two players draw the attention of the center backs and the defenders. Those late runs into the box, man. It's so hard. If you don't have someone to pick up runners, you're gonna fall victim to these problems all the time. And Mexico did fall victim to these. Hurricane with the assist for the second goal, Saka with a great cross for the first goal. But after that, Quinteros, his name, I guess, can never get his name correctly. Um, Cunyanez scored this made it to one. In the first half. After the second goal, England just forgot how to defend. They just stopped defending properly. It was really tough for them. So yeah, the Guianos made it 2-1. It should have been 2-2 going to the half. Bellingham made the last ditch block to kick off for a corner when it should have been scored. Mexico did all their best in the second half. Joe Kwanzaa had a pure head loss. He was saved by his teammates because he got red carded, the deserved red card. It was very poor from him. I'm not too sure why he did that. I guess he was trying to win the ball. Foot went over the ball. That's that's a leg breaker. The moment you saw it, you're like, now you're gone. And he was gone. Then a few penalties ensued. Gordon brought down. Hurricane stepped up 3-1. Uh, then I think Jimenez was kicked by Kane in the box as well. Some people disputing. I think it was a penalty kick. One of those like you go for the ball, you miss the ball, and then you kick someone, you go through someone's leg, even if it doesn't seem like one, it's a penalty. Raul Jimenez scores that one, and that was Mexico's last competition. They had the man advantage, but they never looked like scoring. It's the quality of England. Their defensive shape was fantastic. Pickford was great. There was really nothing that Mexico was doing creatively. They didn't put the ball in the box enough times for me. I don't think England is that strong in the air. I think they could, if they did so more, they could have found joy. They won a bunch of headers already in the game, so that was with 11v11. So they definitely had chances if they just kept on pass. But there was too many individual moments. Alvarado, I thought, was poor for the most part. Yeah, he just wasn't crossing the ball enough. And in the end of the day, England survive, and they shall face the Norwegians. Who? It's not going to be the first time the Vikings have a raid on England, but we're going to see how well the English fare this time. Now to today's action. But before we do that, just as a note on today, today is July 6th, and that also happens to be Malawian Independence Day. I'm representing the colors right now. This is the flame jersey, the national football team, Malawi national football team jersey. I think we wore this at the. Okay, what is this? Celebrate Africa. No idea. Oh yeah, here we go. This was the Malawi 2025. This is the 2025 jersey, apparently. And yes, Malawi Independence Day. We are celebrating. Let me do the math real quick. 50, 62 years of independence. Malawi. God bless you and God bless yours. We celebrate. Yeah. Happy birthday, Malawi. Now, today's action. I'm gonna start with the country that just celebrated. No, no, we're gonna do it in order. I'm going to end with Spain and Ronaldo. Spain, Portugal versus Spain, but we'll end with the hosts. Um, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be playing in his last World Cup, as he has announced. He is playing in his last World Cup. He's going to retire from. I'm assuming international football after this, but definitely from World Cup action. So he's not going to be there for their next World Cup. He would have been 45 after way, and but it would have been a home World Cup, so it would have been nice. But it is what it is. He says he hopes this is not going to be his last game in the competition. I hope so too. It's going to be 3 p.m. in Dallas. Uh, this is tough, man. I really want Portugal to win. 'Cause I predict them to win the whole thing. If you remember, I they've just played so bad, man. They're playing awful football. Spain are yet to concede in this competition, and the way Portugal play, I don't see them conceding unless things change massively. They have the player. They have the players and the star quality. I actually believe. I genuinely believe Portugal has a better team than Spain. They do. They do have a better team than Spain. And player for player, position for position. What we got? Pedri, Vitinha? Give me Vitinha. Like, what are we doing? Fabian Ruiz, João Neves. I don't think Fabian Ruiz start. I don't even know who starts for Spain, really. Gavi doesn't even start. Right wing, sure, you have Lamine Yamal. I mean, Bruno Fernandes and whoever's in Spain. Oyarzabal versus Ronaldo. Are we serious? Come on. Whoever's on the left wing for Spain versus um Rafael Leao. Even Cucurella, who's one of the best left backs in the world. I think he's one of the three best left backs in the world, Cucurella. It's the problem is Portugal has the best left back in the world. It's no player for player. Portugal should be the better team. Even at goalkeeper, you can make the argument because they have Unai Simon who starts, and I'm never convinced by him. I don't care what record he's broken. It's that coach, man, Roberto Martinez. You know what? I'm predict Portugal to win barely 2-1 after extra time. Why not? Or maybe they win on penalties. Ronaldo will score, maybe even the winner. Cristiano Ronaldo. It has been an absolute pleasure watching you play football, my friend. You do not know me, of course, and I don't expect myself to have a speed moment where I'm gonna go viral for saying "suey" or all that stuff, but in my heart of hearts, since you came onto the scene, since what my earliest memory of you, I guess, is 2003 FA Cup final. You and Van Nistelrooy scored against Millwall. Was that all three? That's when my I could fully remember football properly. Ever since then, the things he's done for Man United, for Madrid, and for Portugal. Let's not forget Portugal wasn't too big on the map before he came into the scene. Won them the Euros, won them two nations leagues. You can say whatever you want about this and that. He scored a hat trick against the Dutch in the semis of the First Nations League when they had. He knocked out Wales basically and got goals against Hungary to get them through the Euros 2016. He didn't play in the final. I don't care. He was without him, there would be no Portuguese success. And I mean that. I believe that. So thank you, Cristiano. I'm not Portuguese, but thank you for what you have done for me as a fan of football. Forever will be my goat. In that Messi Ronaldo debate, Cristiano in every day. One did it playing with Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. The other one did it with Wes Brown and Darren Fletcher. That's all I'm gonna say. Love both. Love you both, Wes Brown and Darren Fletcher. You weren't Xavi or Iniesta. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, going on to the next game, USA, Belgium. This is an 8 p.m. kickoff. So Belgium, not happy, and this is going and it's going to be loud in Lumen Field in Seattle, home of the 49ers. Sorry, sorry, home of the Seahawks and reigning champion Seahawks. The 12th man could be in full effect. It, and another someone who will be in full effect is Florian Balogun. FIFA overturned his red card procedurally. I mean, say what you want. It wasn't. It shouldn't have been given as a red card. We all understand that. But to overturn it the way that they did, I don't know. It's kind of dodgy. It's kind of dodgy. Apparently, there were phone calls made to the FIFA president by certain world leaders. Apparently, uh, look, whatever happens, I I live in the United States of America. I want them to go through. Do I believe in the structural integrity of the World Cup? No, because it's a FIFA competition. Like, are we mad? Like, oh, now it's corrupt. Now, all of a sudden, FIFA's corrupt now, or now the World Cup is a problem. Oh no! One bad thing happens at the World Cup, and oh, let's blow it up. Okay, sure. Yesterday's game, England's Mexico, should it have been played sooner? Yes. Was it played sooner? No. You knew a storm was coming. It was delayed for an hour. Okay. Anyway, it's messy and all the clear bouts of favoritism. Okay, I'm it's not clear. If FIFA don't favor Messi, but sometimes it looks like you do. It really looks like they do. But we just let things go. All these other small signs of corruption, but one thing happens for the United States. Lest you forget, Balogun was sent off wrongfully in that game. They could have lost that match. Nothing to overturn if they're out. The hand of God in 1980, in 86 at the Azteca, guys. Come on. FIFA has been getting stuff wrong for a long time. UEFA's slammed FIFA. It's what it's. These things happen. These things happen. I am in favor of moving on. It's not taking away from the fact it's been a great World Cup so far. USA all the way. 2-1 win for America tonight. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's show. Thank you so very much for joining me yet another day in the FIFA World Cup. Oh, don't you just love football? Happy Monday, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. If you're here at the end, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you so very much for joining me. Until we meet again, have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you.